Alright guys, we only have 3 days to finish this commentary!
We'll finish it in a couple hours.
Oh no, Ryan! We lost 2 days and 19 hours of our time in 3 seconds. We've only got... how many? 19... 24 minus 19... I told you guys I didn't pass 3rd grade yet, alright? We've only got 5 hours to finish this commentary!
5 days? That's tomorrow! Time to prove myself as a knight, so I'm gonna just stab this thing in front of me for no good reason.
Why did the statue collapse?
Cause he...
I know, right?
he shot it with an arrow?
Well, yeah, but like he shot it shot like an arrow in his like at the top of it, and then that's so some
with the column underneath it cracked.
Yeah, and like for some reason it makes like the rock legs break. Oh no, fuck! It's been shot in the face, boys.
Okay, I think I understand why the source code to Pokemon Red and Green was the foundation.
We have to find the secret boss Mazingo and stab him in the fucking face.
Okay, yeah. Like, don't touch this rock or you'll delete Pallet Town.
Oh, Sonic accidentally sneezed and it looks like there's now 16 badges instead of 8. Sorry about that.
Damn you, Gary Oak.
I have no idea why there's a quick time event to hand people money.
You can fail is also
you
the
can
thing,
fail,
which
and then
I
Sonic goes, I guess I won't give you money, bye.
I know, right? It's like the stupidest thing to like, okay, I'll keep my money then.
It's like you go to give money to, you know, like it's almost the holidays when we're
firmly grasp it.
It's almost the holidays at the time of this recording, and so it's like, you know, the people who are taking charity around the holidays, like dressed up as Santa and whatnot. You go up to Santa and he's just like, "Oh, do you have change for a 20?" And he's like, "No." Okay, well then I guess I'm not giving you any money then, Santa. And then you're shocked to find coal. You know, wow, how dare Santa? Santa's a prick.
Sometimes it kind of reminds me, sometimes my son will want to do something, like play a game or what have you. But if it isn't, and if it's not 100% on his terms, people are like, okay, Daddy, I'm not going to play this game anymore. And I'm always like, you do realize I don't care. Like, you not playing this game doesn't affect me in any single way, shape, or form. I'm gonna go drink some more. See you in the morning.
So like, if you're playing Mario Kart with him and he's like, I want you to be Luigi, and you're not Luigi, he's like, well then we're not playing Mario Kart anymore.
Pretty much, yeah. And then he'll be like, you can't play Mario Kart anymore. And I'm like, oh yeah, what's this? And I play Mario Kart right in front of him. That's how I do punishment in my house. I make him watch me play Mario Kart.
You make him watch find the computer room playthroughs? Wow.
Oh no, Ted, come on! I make him watch early BrainScratch or Ryan didn't edit anything. Not to make him my friend, Pete Daddy, please, not again.
We're gonna have to call child services if that's actually what you do, because I wouldn't wish that on my worst.
Original TMNT 4.
Oh god. Yeah, I just make him watch those Spax 3 videos.
Please actually don't, because I know that even though this video is not labeled as safe for kids, I know that people who are too young to watch it are watching it. And they are blissfully unaware of what that time of YouTube was like, and I'd rather they keep it that way.
It was a magical, wonderful place of terror. That's what that era of YouTube was. So when is Spax 3 gonna be on another BrainScratch show, guys?
I haven't talked to him since that TMNT 4 video.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay,
poor boy's been sitting by the phone all these years. One of these days they'll ask me back.
I think he was only on the channel because Lewis knew him.
One of these days Lewis will call me back and then we can be in another OP together.
So basically this mission,
if
you want to get literally, it's just Sonic walking down the street throwing rings at people.
This mission is literally take time out of murder, give people money.
Well, here's the thing: you can give people money, but there's nothing saying you can't stab them after you do it. I don't think you can take the money back, but it would be great if you could.
Sonic and the Black Knight, the original Grand Theft Auto. Pay someone stuff.
Because here's the thing: if you could take the money back, then you could also recycle the same 20 rings over and over again whenever you give them to people.
Yeah. Those are where you put the rings on a string and you just yank them out of their pocket when they're not looking.
Hey, I mean, we technically gave alms to the poor. You know how it is.
Yeah, you know how it is.
You never said I couldn't let them keep it. I had to let them keep it.
You never said I had to let them live afterwards, mate. You just said give them the money.
The lady of the lake can't be watching the entire time.
You know what? That's actually a good point.
Well, it said help townspeople. I am helping them. I'm helping them escape their miserable lives. This game goes to some dark places. I'm just saying it right now. Sonic and the Black Knight gets fucked up.
So one thing I do appreciate about this game is that you don't have to... It's a little bit more clear about which stuff you have to do in order to keep on moving forward. But at the same time, they will still put new missions in like old areas from time to time. And this is really the only part of the game where I was like, what mission do I have to do in order to progress the plot? Because at this point I was recording this and I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't have to do all of these, but it turns out that you actually do. I'm only showing the required missions for this playthrough.
I will also say that even the extra ones, none of them get as obnoxious as any of the ones in Secret Rings. Like, typically speaking, Black Knight it's a shorter game than Secret Rings because like none of the missions are as long, as annoying, or in a lot of cases as bad as several ones in Secret. Like there's nothing in this game as bad as the Dinosaur Egg mission in Secret Rings.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I kind of noticed this when I was playing it, but the game doesn't
I agree.
It also doesn't feel as much like a Sonic game as Secret Rings, though. I mean, granted, it's better. Don't get me wrong, but like a lot of the landscapes are very flat. Is the one thing. Like, there's one loop-de-loop in the entire game, and it's on a grind rail. And so, really, this isn't so much a Sonic game as it is like a beat-em-up starring Sonic. You know, where you only use the jump spinny move because it's the best one.
That's why that's why I kind of use that point against the game because it wants to be a Sonic game and it wants to be a hack and slash, and I don't think the two combine well in this instance.
I will say though, it's something that and it's. I know some people might say that this doesn't mean anything, but a nice addition they had. There is kind of this weird like legacy mode where these kind of like the stand-in for the rings, the kind of yellow fairies, become actual rings, and most of the enemies become like egg robos.
Where do you unlock that? Because I've never seen that before.
I forget exactly where you unlock it, and also all of the kind of like sprites that act as springs are replaced with actual springs. So there is a mode to make this game, at least just in appearance, look more like a Sonic game. And again, it's like Black Knight does a lot of again. I know I've said that like this game is good. I completely understand that if people don't like this game, I do. But Black Knight does a lot of things that that give players the choice. Like and once we enter the section of the game that IGN never played, the game actually gives you the choice to play as other characters.
I forgot IGN did that.
I never forget. But like it's it gives you the choice to play as different, and they'll have they'll have individual play styles. They'll fight differently. It gives you like the legacy mode. There's all these small little things which just admittedly don't amount to a lot, but I really appreciate the fact that they even put those things in the game.
There's no legacy mode, but there are legacy missions.
Oh, that's it. That's a legacy mode.
Like every world has a legacy mission that replaces things. With
is it just one? I thought there was an option to do like every level that way.
Let me see.
There's usually one for every area, but I don't know about that.
Gotcha. Because I will say I have not played this game in quite some years. It is possible I would go back to this game now and just be like, fuck this game. But I haven't
every area in Black Knight has a legacy mission except Faraway Avalon and Dark Hollow.
Okay.
Well, Dark Hollow is like literally just the final boss, so yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember that place had a name.
I think it's literally just like the area they make it so that you can choose like fight the final boss.
Oh, if you select it in the map.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing about as dumb as it looks, when you're just looking at it on the cover of Nintendo Power, I actually like the idea of giving Sonic a weapon, and here's why. I feel like combat in this series has always been a weak point, because enemies just kind of exist to either be plowed through when you're plowed through without thinking, or you run into them by accident because you haven't seen them. And giving Sonic a way to fight stuff that complements his, like, speed, I think looks cool. Like, is cool, I guess is the thing. Like, that's why, you know, I use the jump spin slash move so much, because it's an attack that doesn't stop your momentum and lets you feel like, oh, I'm fighting things, but in a Sonic way, which is neat.
Well, let me ask you then. Why is it the sword gameplay does that, but not like the boost? Because the
boost, because the boost feels less interactive. Because I'm literally just holding down the button and the enemies are there and I run into them, as opposed to having to hit the enemy while moving.
Isn't that what you're doing with boosting?
No, because I'm literally boosting anyway, and then enemies are just in the way, and I happen to hit them.
The function of the boost is to go fast. Running through enemies is just a side effect of that.
The problem I have with it is that there's too many points where the game expects you to stop. Like, not the traps, I don't mind the traps, but like, you walk up to an enemy, a group of enemies, and you're just kind of expected to stop and swing at them and then keep moving, as opposed to what I think would be cool, is if you had to like plan your route while you're on the move and then swing and kill them while moving. Does that make sense?
Also, to go back to Johnny, I think it's because I think why this is different than the boost is because the boost makes you invincible. You know, like there is no threat about boosting into something unless it's like a.
No, stage has.
I mean, yeah, but like that's not combat though, is it?
No, but it's an obstacle.
Yahtzee. I outsmarted him, boys. I've done it.
It's like I thought
let me just put it this way: if you had to time your boost in order to beat enemies with it, like you had to press a button mid-boost in order to have it go through enemies, and if you failed, then you like took damage or whatever, then it would be interesting. As it is, there's really no element to the boost that makes fighting stuff more interesting. It's literally just a matter of, oh, I have boost, I don't have to think about the enemies right now. Literally, like, when I'm playing a boost game like Rush or whatever, I'm actually happy to see that there are enemies in my way, because that means I get more boost, you know, and I don't have to think about it anymore.
Even though I can look at this game as a spin-off game that doesn't necessarily have to tie to all the rules of a general Sonic game, I just feel that there's way too much stopping.
Well, that's what I was getting at, is I like the idea of giving Sonic a weapon, because it would give you a way to fight enemies in a way that would be interesting, but they don't let you do that too much, which is why either you have to stop and swing at them, or you do what most people do, and you do the jump spinny slashing move, like, for the entire game.
Yeah. My biggest tip for anyone who wants to pick up Black Knight is that Sonic does have a homing attack, and when he homing attacks knights, he doesn't hurt them. He bounces off of them. But if you homing attack and swing the sword the moment you homing attack, Sonic basically turns into a buzzsaw, and he doesn't just go through one enemy. He'll go through the enemy behind him, and the enemy behind him, and the enemy behind him, and if there's like a row of knights, you can just go right through all of them.
You can kill like 8 or 9 at a time in some instances.
Yeah. And that's really fun.
I just want to say, because we talked over that, I love that cutscene, the music in that cutscene, because it sounds like the theme song to like an 80s sports show. It's so fucking, that piece of music is called To the Rescue and Knight's Law. And it reminds me of like the intro to like Justice League Unlimited. It's so fucking good.
Not to mention, that was very much not Amy we were talking to.
Well, so that's also another thing. These people are supposed to be British. Fucking, a British person would not say mommy and daddy. We would say mummy, M-U-M-M-Y. You fucking dickhead, Sonic team.
What is it with British people and needing to have, Sonic? Sonic?
Okay.
British people need Sonic, Ted. He's very important to our way of life. Without him, our economy crumbles.
Well, it wasn't Sonic that's leaving the EU now, is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the next storybook. Sonic and the Brexit.
Sonic and the Brexit.
Sonic, we've been trying to get this deal for 200 years.
Dude, I would be down for it if the final boss is just Sonic beating the shit out of Boris Johnson. I'll buy 10 copies. I'll buy fucking 10 copies right now.
So what is Merlina Theresa May then in that case?
Oh my god. Jesus fuck.
What a weird.
Because Melina's somewhat likable and sympathetic. Theresa May is
So
not that.
the queen then.
No, even then, I'd take the Queen over Theresa May any day of the week.
In terms of the story, I like the cutscene because, you know, Sonic has to go back and meet the Lady of the Lake in, like, a certain time limit, and he knows he's not going to make it if he helps out this little kid, but he chooses to help out the little kid anyway because that's the kind of hero that Sonic the Hedgehog is.
We've done like 4
Fuck this
levels.
world.
How did that take 72 hours? Time doesn't make any sense.
Well, you don't realize that Sonic had a piece of chili dog stuck in the back of his mouth, so he had to use Caliburn as a toothpick to get it out, and it took a long time.
No, what you didn't see was Link like next to him playing the song of Double Time, and Sonic's just like shit.
Stop doing that, you jerk. No.
I already have all the masks. I have all the masks in the temple. I need to get to the final day so I can go to the moon.
So,
Do you want the money or not?
What? You don't? You're giving it to me in ones? How dare you, sir?
I just came from the strip club.
Wait,
So,
was he performing or?
Both. So I mentioned it. I think I mentioned this in Secret Rings, but I'll fucking repeat it again. So this was the last game using the 4Kids cast, as we mentioned, but all of the new characters, the Black Knight, Melina, and Caliburn, were all voiced by Studiopolis, the production company that the current Sonic voice cast works out of. And there was a big rumor that fucking Kerry Ellis from Princess Bride was voicing Caliburn in this game.
Wait,
oh, that would have
really?
been amazing.
Like, before it came out, so many people were like, dude, fucking Princess Bride guy is voicing the sword in Sonic and Black Knight.
That's
Okay.
Wait, did he play
That would be
Wesley?
amazing.
Yeah. So many people thought that he was it's like, well, if he is, okay. If he's not, okay. Fuck you, Richard Jacques.